This is the DEFCON Warning System. Current alert status for 15:30 UTC, July 21st, 2025. Condition green. DEFCON 5. There are currently no imminent nuclear threats at this time. On 14th of July, US President Trump announced a sharp shift in policy using economic leverage to pressure Moscow to cease hostilities in Ukraine. Speaking in the Oval Office with NATO Secretary-General Mark Rutte, he demanded that Russia agree to a peace deal within 50 days, or face 100% secondary tariffs on trading partners dealing with Russian oil, gas, or other exports. Russia has dismissed the tariff threat, with Deputy Foreign Minister Ryabkov offering conditional negotiations, but rejecting ultimatums. Meanwhile, the Kremlin downplayed the US pressure as ineffective, and Russian markets responded calmly. Stocks rose 2.7%, while the ruble strengthened modestly. This marks an unusual convergence. Previously promised military support via NATO-delivered Patriots, alongside economic warfare through secondary tariffs. It signals an evolving Western playbook, layering deterrence and coercion. The generous NATO arms package could tip battlefield dynamics if delivered promptly. However, secondary tariffs may anger US allies like India or China, complicating unity and economic stability. For Russia, this raises the long-term cost of war, especially if allies reduce Russian energy purchases. Shortly after the US ultimatum, Russia escalated rhetoric. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov warned that any transfer of Western-supplied long-range weapons to Ukraine would be seen as an act of war, signaling a heightened readiness to retaliate. At the same time, Moscow intensified missile and drone barrages on Kyiv, delivering one of the most destructive air raids in months, targeting a kindergarten, supermarket, and a subway entrance in Shevchenkivsky district, killing at least 2 civilians and wounding 15. Russia is hoping that dramatic language raises the political stakes in delivering Western weapons. If Ukraine receives longer-range systems, Kremlin fears precision strikes on military infrastructure. The rhetoric is calculated, not yet backed by military action, but with enough ambiguity to increase Western caution. In the past week, Iran amplified its nuclear posture by explicitly threatening to withdraw from the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, NPT, and pursue uranium enrichment up to 90%, weapon-grade level, if UN sanctions are snapped back after expiration of a de facto August deadline. Complementing Iran's rhetorical posture is the factual basis. A new damage assessment of US airstrikes on 3 Iranian nuclear sites in June 2025 shows only 1 was mostly destroyed, while 2 remain lightly damaged. US President Trump, however, continues to insist that Iran's facilities have been obliterated. Other reports indicate that Fordow has been deeply hit and has likely set Iran back up to 2 years. Natanz and Isfahan have sustained superficial to moderate damage. Underground facilities remain largely intact, and enrichment could resume in months. The DEFCON Warning System is a private intelligence organization that has monitored and assessed nuclear threats by national actors since 1984. It is not affiliated with any government entity and does not represent the official alert status of any military branch. We remind the public that they should make their own evaluations and not rely solely on the DEFCON Warning System for strategic planning. Citizens are urged to educate themselves on emergency preparedness procedures in the event of a nuclear conflict. In the event of a nuclear incident, the DEFCON Warning System will provide radiation readings for reported areas. Please note that local conditions may vary, and official government sources will have the most specific data for your region. For real-time updates, visit www.defconwarningsystem.com. You can also follow the DEFCON Warning System Community Forum and our Twitter feed. DEFCON WS alerts for breaking developments and official updates. This concludes this update from the DEFCON Warning System.